Hi, I'm Chris Bell. We are going to have a replay match between the Packers and the Chiefs today, because yesterday the high scoring of the game was because the game was just out of control yesterday. So we're gonna move this tournament now to a lower skill level. We're gonna be on pro now for the rest of the tournament. I tried on all Madden, but the scoring was totally unfair and, in my view, unjust. 103-17 is not what you'd call a football final. And me as being Green Bay, it was so impossible. I didn't even have a fair chance to come back because I had no time at all to throw the ball. The running plays were off. If you want to see that mess of a game, you can go here to my YouTube channel right now and go back to last night's game. If you want to see today's rematch, you can stay here live and join me for the rematch, which is coming up now. But first, before we do the rematch, we got to take care of some business. So, this is how we do this. We're going to sing the national anthem before the rematch. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. All right, that's gonna do it for this short pregame show. Enjoy the game, everybody. I'll see you at first quarter break. No comments. No, I don't want to invite the bomb.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the 15-year veteran Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers as they do battle with the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers take the field. Aaron Rodgers at the helm. 2019 marking his 12th season as the Packers starter. 15th season overall. Last year for Rodgers, 25 touchdown passes, just 2 interceptions. They'll run it with Jones. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork, knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time, often will get 2 or 3 blocks on the same play.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be asked.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's for his running back, McCoy. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. I'm looking down from our booths. You can tell this crowd wants him to go for it right now.
And believe me, he knows it. And he's weighing that through his head right now, actually trying to filter that out because this needs to be a cold decision by him. Not influenced by the crowd, not influenced by outside factors. Does he believe in his team enough to go for it right here? I think he's going to roar the crowd and do it.
And if he doesn't get it, they have to go the full length of the field. We'll see.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Watch the screen.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This is Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tight on Ringo. Tight on Ringo. Tight on Ringo. 4 down. Check. 17, got it. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle.
On first down, it's Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The third-year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Finds McCoy.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good. But when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a 3rd time here on 4th down. Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Hi, so, we're going to take about we got about 21 minutes. So over the next 21 minutes, sorry if you can't see me. The lighting in here is terrible. We're on about a 22-minute break between quarters. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about Extra Life. Okay, then maybe you can see me a little better now. Extra Life is, as I've been saying since yesterday, Extra Life is a charity-based, I'm sorry, it's not a charity-based program. It's a program that gamers go online and sign up at extra-life.org every year to play games for kids. So today I'm playing to raise money for Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital. If you go to my Facebook page, that's facebook.com/CARRONBELLPIANOBOY, and click on the fundraiser tab. When you scroll down, you will see that I have a fundraiser there set up to X for Extra Life 2019. All proceeds will end up going to Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, which is a local hospital in my area. For more information on Extra Life, you can visit their website at www.extra-life.org or go to your nearest Children's Miracle Network Hospital or Facebook group. Now, at this first quarter break, the score is Kansas City 3, Green Bay 2, and actually, I have another requirement for the second game, so we are going to ignore the break, the lengthy break, and we're going to keep this game. We're going to keep this game moving right along into the second quarter. So we're going to ignore our 22-minute break and keep this game moving right along into the second quarter. Kansas City 3, Green Bay 2. I will see you. There's going to be about an hour halftime break. So I'll see you once we get to that point. Thanks again. My name is Christopher Bell, and I've been playing, I signed up for Extra Life for like 7 or 8 years, but I've been playing Extra Life for the last 4 or 5 years. So I'll see you guys for our hour halftime break, but right now we got to keep this game moving. 3-2 Kansas City on top when we come back the second quarter.
Mike. 158. Mike. Back north.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, and Graham's got it, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Snap comes at 1. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is...
And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
A give to Jones. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. The Packers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, it's Jones, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. And they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. On first down, it's Jones, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Check 53 flush. Check 53 flush.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run get.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Watch 14. Watch 14.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught, Kelce, left side. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Let's go.
Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Running right, Jones. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Double time. Even. 4th down, even.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too, as we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take about an hour for halftime. Chris Bell back here with you, if you can see me. We're going to take about an hour for halftime. First of all, I had to move this out. Okay. First of all, we're going to do a standard halftime show. We're going to get you your stats. We're going to get to your highlights. Then I'm going to talk about Extra Life. And then, I don't know what we'll do, but 4-3 is your score. Green Bay leads. This is the best first half performance I've ever played in Madden. 227-22 offense, Green Bay, 82-7 rushing, 145-16 passing, 10-1 first downs, 10 10-0 punt return yards, 77-0 kick return yards, 314 to 22 total yards, all Green Bay. 2 turnovers for Green Bay, none for Kansas City. 3 for 11 third downs, 0 for 4 Kansas City. 3 for 6 fourth downs Green Bay, 0 for 0 Kansas City. No 2-point conversions, 0 for 2 red zone Green Bay, 1 for 1 red zone Kansas City. No red zone touchdowns, 1-0 red zone field goals Kansas City. 1 penalty, 5 yards Green Bay. No penalties, no yards Kansas City. 24:57 to 5:03. Time of possession Green Bay. Green Bay's had the ball for 25 minutes, and time of possession hasn't really mattered because this game is 4-3. Let's show you how they scored in the first quarter, because there wasn't much scoring. Harrison Butker, a 19-yard field goal, 11:51 to go in the first, made it 3-0 Kansas City. Now, where's that safety? Look, we have to find that safety, so hold on a minute. Here's a safety right here. Patrick Mahomes was sacked. Here's the safety, which made it 3-2. And then in the second quarter, here's an impact play for a safety. And that's really where we stand. 4-3. Now I'm going to talk about Extra Life once again. Extra Life is a fundraising charity that raises funds for Children's Miracle Network hospitals all across the United States, Canada, and possibly the world. I'm going to figure out that hopefully by tomorrow where Extra Life goes and stuff. For more information on Extra Life, you can visit them at extra-life.org. That's extra-life.org. If you want to donate to my charity, to Extra Life, to Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, which is the Extra Life team that I'm playing games for this week, you can go to my Facebook page at facebook.com/CARRONBELL Piano Boy, all one word, Karen Bell Piano Boy, to send donations. I understand yesterday's game was when I played Green Bay in Kansas City. That game was not to my liking. That's why we're having a rematch today. I'm enjoying this game on Pro much better. I know it's been kind of a slow start, and I gotta say that at the least it's only 4-3 in the third quarter, which is kind of one of the lowest halftime scores I've ever had playing Madden. Really, I don't know, except for 0-0. Really, ever playing Madden. Well, in the sense that it's played for 60 minutes, that's the lowest halftime score I've ever had playing this game, 4-3. So So what I'm going to do now is take about a 10-15 minute break so I can eat, because I need to eat my dinner. All right, I'm going to come back with you in 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll go from there. Again, we do have a 1 hour halftime break, so feel free to kick back, eat something, take a break. We should be back playing in about maybe 50 minutes from now.